I'm interested, Italians. Have you seen the kind of pizza they make? Yeah, I have. Can I suggest a list that wins? Well, what is winning? What's that winning that you're talking about? Win con 12, contra chef 12. Landy 23, nice, nice. Alright, let's make a poll. New poll. Which amulet? Hive Mind or Punt? You're a poll? Very funny. I mean like a poll asking people a question and getting a collective answer. So like people disagree and just play the Stronghold Sun Home nowadays. Scrap Tribe Scout, this is a shit list. Just realized. This is a worthless data point. Sakura Tribe Scout, my ass. How does one play it in this day and age? Sagatrix, sure. Sagatrix is really a good enough reason compared to all the downsides. Hive Mind is worse for trophy but better for cloud. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's worth there because the current is kinda crap. Right, well, yeah, maybe we're gonna play Hive Mind after we get a trophy. And the poll is seemingly agrees. The Office Love and the cannons destroyed me. The cannon is very hit and miss, mostly miss for me. Oops, I entered Grixis Shadow. Alright, let's go. I feel it in my bones again. We're gonna get there. We're gonna win 5 matches straight. I don't see any other way. Are we winning? Well, not yet, but soon. Are you whining? We're not whining. Yeah. We are getting a trophy, a Magic Online Twitch.tv trophy. For sure I will get one, there's no other way. Can play turn to Karn. Very good against Pure Seal Paladin. And against Springleaf Dam too, kinda. There's no needle in my deck. Was it a good draw? Yes. Shadow Spear. Damn. And I want to put Grazer as an extra blocker? Probably. To make us alive. Yeah, that seems good. So I assume I'll be grabbing a coating now. Because the Karn should survive. This is a free. In my block with... when I kill the Saga, block with Grazer, and then next turn explode the zeros. Or something. Grab Ballista and win. That's a 4-4 Ballista. It's pretty hard. Pretty far away from winning, I would say. It's a free construct. Well, the next turn I power into it again. It's probably not too bad to play Ballista. Then we start coating. Actually, it sounds pretty good. Okay, freeze another land of theirs. Make it free ballista first. If I want Scalar complete in hand in the Lurus deck, then something would need to go wrong with Magic Online companion authentication system.com. You play Needle Main and name Ballista, that'd be kinda weird jump. I don't know if this play is good because I will kinda struggle against the constructs. I mean struggle. If I can make Ballista bigger than the constructs then check in. 6, and I can upkeep the Saga. So I think this is the same as the Indie Planes. I think it's a bit worse. If they want to let it happen, then it's better. Oh, I guess I grew their construct because they got another thing. Get Ballista and win. What kind of shitty piece of advice was that, chat? Literally so bad. Grab Ballista and win. Why did I listen to you? I was obviously not supposed to take this. This card is so terrible on this board. So bad. Let me want to play this. Can produce the red color, so. I'm gonna be struggling as the constructs. I mean, I can make card surviving grab E, I guess, but not sure that's all that great. Pink, take 10. Alright, chat, I'm not listening to you anymore. What I will be doing is I'm going to block, kill, get EE, kill zeros. They won't have creatures. Also want to upgrade an extra counter, right? If I decided not to play the Saga, I could have deployed Bounce Land 3 times, but I think playing a Saga was better. It's 1 damage. No, because I might want to do that something different. The 1 damage doesn't matter. Can also kill a land. Okay, I think I like killing the land more. Jump blocking again twice. Do I need to jump block twice though? Because I can grab map next turn if I get an Zeus and kill them. No, I should minus. Get a E, kill them next turn. E for 0, then win next turn. Wait, I don't actually win next turn because I don't have the second amulet. Well, maybe win next turn. A silly game. Seem not to be playing black. Okay, now we win. I think. Don't forget to make one of your random things an artifact to grow the construct, sure. Oh shucks. Oh, it's already an artifact. Wasted. Don't forget to use convert mana to make it uncounterable. No. I think I managed. Is Karn actually good against Hammer, or am I supposed to bot it out and bring the vigorous explosives and have removal? I think Karn kinda sucks. Especially if you don't play this card. Didn't play around Pact of Negotiation plus a Sparring Spec, so you have to go towards a Sparring Spec now. Damn. I think you should board out E map. I don't think so. If I go down on threats, I want to have access. Pandin, board out Karn. Okay, then I don't know what he does. And or what he has so many, why he has so many explosives and forces in this deck, but yeah, Needle is a little bit weird, but Needle is like not good against many decks. Belcher, I guess. A Mulligan to 5. Awesome. Just put out Titans? No. 3 amulets? No, no, no. 2 amulets and a map for T-West from my saga so that I don't actually lose without drawing a threat this game. You know, you maybe would lose, but let's see if they actually play black now. Ooh, nice. No point in letting them draw though. Alright, well, that's a little bit. They only have 1 card. Like, I could just wait. Well, no. Let them draw once and then never let them draw because I will have mana to pay. Extend Growth Chamber. Azusa, Dryad. Can kill 2 creatures. I can kill 8 drum. Can go creature drum. Kill 2 creatures is pretty good though. Imagine they flash in a. If we somehow flash in the Ornithopter now and I'm like, damn, it's equipped. GG's. Appearance on Society. Yeah. Like Kill Signal 8 question mark. Okay, why do you like it? Canister, choose one. Totodila, Cyndaquil or Chikorita? Chikorita. It is scary and Sentinel draws cards. How is 8 scary with no creatures in play? Also, mostly need to survive the next turn. Oh yeah, board out the map, haha, it's so bad. I have to make a token here because I'm killing my opponents, so I didn't care for that. Oh, I'm not killing here because I'm playing well, it's okay. I have the Dryad, I have everything. I almost didn't win because of that, but it's okay. Kilo Valakute, 10 free kilo amulet, Forza Vigor amulet. Chat. This league, there's no other way it could go than to acquire a clean 5-0. You could kill if you didn't bounce the sun home, just get a Vesuva and 20 damage. I know. No, I can't, because I can't have 2 Vesuvas. No, actually I can, because of the Dryads. But I thought I wouldn't be able to kill because I wouldn't have 6 lands because I'm not playing Hanwar battle mains, but then I realized I can go Valakut this and haste still. I didn't need to get the Boros Garrison. How much that 10 Vesuva plus Valakut? By Vesuva plus Valakut, it's 18 damage from the Valakuts alone, and then also it's 12 here, so it's 30 damage total. Wait, I have more trophies than canister, why do I even watch this pleb? Exactly. I think I kinda prefer taking 11 and saving the force for one turn. They might draw a land when they seem to be missing mana. Or did you pay 1 for the Sentinel last turn? I did not pay for the Sentinel. But... I don't know, I think it would be easier to die if I let them hit me. I'm guessing, but it's very unlikely either way. It cancer has been 2 months since I started this new job, so I could afford buying a Mid-Titan deck. Well, I'm happy to finally have played a match against my boss Elementals list. I won the match but lost the job. Maybe better this way. Play the amulet, will it get exiled? They song? It's a long intro song. Didn't Highmine win the ball? I did not know. Time Wizard, bounce your saga. Damn. Don't kill my creature. Actually need it. No! I'm not sure if copying this was actually that good. Kinda wasn't. My tough is scanning. Oh, you wouldn't be able to count them. So many. In that Vesuva was a little bit wasted. Okay, second time wizard cards. Nice forest, thanks. Hero. No time for a time. So you're left playing MTGO and you'll die playing MTGO. Okay. Maybe. It's rough. It could have been okay if I paced the sagas so I didn't throw them all out at the same time. Got kinda too excited. Throw a pithing needle? I don't have one. Oops. Don't worry, we can sideboard heavily against control with our Cavern of Souls. Can border the forest. They play anything I want to destroy. They play like Chalice. Karn kills the Chalices. Endurance, a random monster threat. I've never seen Blue-White Control play Torpor. Imagine playing Hive Mind. Not sure if Hive Mind is actually that good against Control. Counter spell. Cancer is going to have to double Q in the Strat Championship at this rate. That is very true. When Cancer versus Johnson in the set jumps, damn. Maybe you'll fight. Who knows? Turn 3, Azusa, ramp into manas. Alright, I guess. It's a shit hand, but I'll keep. Will you drop at a match loss? Yes. Good draw. Okay, my Azusa responds to trigger now, I guess. Wait, don't draw that, but I'll need to use a salted on that. Do you want to expose a bounce onto spreading seas? Okay. Primal Titan should be a Ratatouille Monk. Interesting thought. Worst case they play Seas. Just fine. Kinda. Not really fine, but... Had they had a Seas, they probably would have played on the Grove Chamber. Likely. Unless they have a Charm to draw 2. Then they can feel comfortable to do so. Which I guess is also something they could do, have. Or a pitch to the Solitude Tefari. Okay, so if they draw Seas off of the draw 2, then we'll struggle, but save for that, we're going to be fine. I name Gyant. Hi, so there's a prediction from 2 hours ago. Well, just... Probably was 1-0. Do I remember? Hmm. Let's get those two. Why do you counter my Primal Titan? Oh, right. That's so sad, that's true. You couldn't have. Whoop. Thank you. MTG Soul Strong for your strong sub. Oh, maybe that's my hand. Wait, that's actually weird jump. Definitely, if I can't summon my prime, then that saddens me. Wait, actually, did I mess up somewhere? I didn't think about the Vesuva whatsoever. I probably shouldn't have made it the way I did. Because now a single Solitude is potentially a problem. No, it's good. Yeah, I can visit the strangle, it's fine from hand. So they need 2 solitudes. Well, or they could go to 1, I guess. No, they get double strikes down. So they need 2 solitudes to win. Wezuwa, let's fetch 80 Wessenae, voilà gut. Oh, those Russians. Okay. We got their chat. Now we have to win the match. 4 caverns doesn't seem that terrible, I guess, as long as I draw the Titans. So I'll just draw the Titans. Point send it 3 without 3 white cards. That will be pretty sad. And I'd probably lose. It's probably a keeper only. Good evening, Mr. Streamer. Good morning, evening. What did you play after Asmorano Dardono deck? Oh, how many decks were played? Not many of them were successful. Monkey Crumble, Amulet, and 1. I could do that. It's the same. I like the upside is I play out my stuff earlier. Kinda. I counter spell. Nice format. I tap 2 mana. I counter spell. I untap. I play card advantage. Afterwards, I play counter spell for 2 mana. I counter spell. Tapped lands were not very problematic part of this equation. I actually literally could have done the turn 1 move by Smurf. It's probably better. Slightly. If I drew a free drop, which I guess I did, I could have played a free drop. Yeah, I would be able to play a free drop on turn 2. So I would have had the Dread in place and attacking and playing the extra Valakut. Well, potentially better. I seize. Sure. Alright, I want the cavern on the top. Prediction. Will I top deck? Yes, no. 2 minutes, I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. Alright, what to do now? O co ty kurwa, subtlety? Oh wow. Oh wow. Damn, that got me good. That's up top, but it's super rough. Oh, the top deck does count, because the question was, will I top deck, and I did top deck. That was insane, subtlety? Come on. Imagine playing Hive Mind. Yeah. Would play it and then it would do nothing, I guess. Oh, it's gonna be pretty rare because they probably have a counter spell now and they don't do anything here. Unless I expect a fossil negation for the pact. Well, it's even worse though. Can rip a really exile Traveler. Cavern. Only beating counter magic anyways. They can transmit for cavern, but it's not a winning move. Could tap this mana for this stupid counter spell, bro. Just do it. Yeah. Sure. Like transmit for cavern, I just like chill like this, gets X out of Solitude in like 2 turns after my opponent has drawn 7 extra cards, and you know, they flash with the Deluge. Well, doesn't win. Alright, I no longer feel it in my bones. Minus 10 tickets. Literally impossible to acquire 5 match wins in a row. Let's try another way. Did we say that Karen's bad in Titan? I did say that, but I do also acknowledge that I'm probably wrong in some spots. How many subs for Among Us cosplay stream? Interesting. I'll have to think about it. Among Us official Turkey the human inflatable cosplay costume crewmate kids one size fit all purple. The kid sure looks to be happy. Official Among Us merchandise. This is a keep. Oh no, UURR. Does the kid come with the costume? Probably not. Ragavan? No problem. No big deal. Are we winning? Whining? Borover? No, 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 no. You can't. They can't have Borover. No, there's no way. Absolutely no way. No counter. Well, they had the counter spell Monomorphose. I just packed it, so they had no counter. Yes, a point conceded, chat. Yes. Go to game, win. Wait, my deck is not playing Manic Blood Moons. Interesting. Said going with the Pact of Negotiations. That actually makes sense. Don't need the Pyra Ascension. If you trophy with this deck, I give this sub. Deal. They want Furies. It's the list that won the showcase. Lesson free indeed. Thank you very much for your 4 months of support. I think they clock fast enough for me to win Fury. Maybe though, like, I'm not sure what to get. Lesson 3, constantly 4 is actually not lesson 3. Guess we'll keep. What is wrong with chat song suggestions always? Well, they whooped Batman's ass. That's all I can tell. The floor. Why is Spain's playing white? I keep waiting Spikefield for Iragavan. Could just power out the Belcher, but seems weak. Batman's ass! I whooped Batman's ass. What? Okay. Well, that's kinda lame. I guess that explains it. Yes, Fisted? I'm not so sure about that, but... Oh, you mean like Werther, yeah. Playing Murktide. I just have 11 life points. Oops. So you have 4 lands, 5, 6, 7. I can just try, but odds are slim. When they surveil one type personality here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are we doing other than yamming Belchard here though? Drawing a Well of Summer or a different answer to my opponent's shenanigans. Or a Pact of Negation. I have Werther's ×2 against my deck, so I'm not sure if I would like to have the Blood Wounds. They don't seem too good. On the play I want this even less, I just want to be on the play. I think I would just do the same thing. But giving them another chance to draw on the route, right? Well, but they're gonna have the first counter spell for like the chance that they're going to find another counter spell in exactly the next draw step is much lesser than the one that they have a counter spell at this point, which is almost certain. If I draw another Belcher, I guess it works out worse for me. Paladin to Manamorphose for an extra draw, maybe. Last turn, not really. Because of them drawing under out, our odds of drawing is well packed. No, but you got it all right. You got it all wrong. Do I beat a single counter spell if I wait? Yes, if I draw a Veil. Do I draw a double counter spell if I wait? No. Do I beat a single counter spell if I don't wait? No. Do I beat a double counter spell if I don't wait? Also no. What happened to Amulet? I lost a round. Keep. We have the recross, right? Any Veil. You don't have green though. Oh. Oops. I meant to kill this. Didn't work out the way I wanted to, but it's fine. But well, I think we better kill it. Yeah, I want to have another green. Maybe I can Shadow Skull this. So you can wait later, longer. Of course, would have just, you know, saved me less life, but he's spending counter spell on this, which is interesting. Kept a cat on top though. If I stream, yeah, it appears this way. I don't know, bros. Do they have an EOT play? They do. Flash 30 AC, I wish. But green mana would be also cool. Good spot to get value of counter spell is assuming you have Veil. I mean, I don't know, I kinda want counter spells. Belches like rather than get value, but getting value also, I guess, in some ways. No companion, I have a Kahira. Nice trophies, yeah. I guess. Oh no, now it's a free. I have brought it upon myself. I know, bros. I don't even want to play the across. Instead, Dre Manamorphos. Fingerpoints holding Caspel and Force. What makes you think so? I mean, literally not a single way to know that they have the Force. Grab Kahira. No, it's actually, she's actually better in my sideboard. Project Psyching. Sure. Belcher. No. Well, I mean, now it's... Well... I have to play this anyways because I don't have more time. So... Okay, our opponent is gonna bolt me and I'm going to drop. Now drawing Butcher is actually good. Yeah, drawing a Butcher wins me the game. Unless I die to a bolt. Or a dash Ragavan, I guess. One on top. Okay, we did. Werther. Okay. Manage prediction. Belcher top deck. Question mark. Yes. Or no. Go. Werther is such a bad choice from opponent's side in. I think it's a good card to board in for them. Because it can interact with the Belcher in some spots, so it's worthwhile. It's all that it's about. I guess Vita and Force would still stop me though. One, two, three, four, five, six. Not really, because I have... it would stop me. Belcher. Let's go Belcher. Let's go Belcher. Let's go Belcher. Let's go Belcher. Can stack my deck. Obviously, I'm not happy because I'm losing matches of Magic the Gathering. Weather is also good for the Ascension tag. It literally doesn't work against the Ascension because at that point it's after recross, so you can't win afterwards. Kind of unlucky. First round versus counters. Yeah, kinda cheat. Change the card. So let's change the name of the deck too. Just got 10 into his Sabaton. Any subs? One extra subscription equals one more 5-0. Wait, no, okay, no, that's that's not good. That would be too much. I retract that. Was Kitchen Deck any good? No. No. Esper Sentinel wasn't very good. And the deck wasn't very good, and like it's not the most terrible ever, but it's also not the least terrible ever. Damn, Cash GZ, thank you very much. 5-5-0s. No, I didn't say that. I retracted my statement immediately, chat. But I'm very grateful for your support, nonetheless. Let's see you in March. Vaporon is gonna feel Kaniki's anger tonight, Monka W. Yes, she will. Imagine joining a game and the first thing you see your opponent saying is, fuck canister, hey. Hey. City of Brass. No. I have one relic. No. Dark Dark Blast. It's gonna kill all my creatures. Can't beat Dredge with this deck. I don't know what's that gonna help me to concede here. Alright, let's like inspect the sideboard again. I don't have the Spell Pierce and Flaster Psalms. Any force. You can dispute the gazes. Swing good against Dredge now? It's not, no. It's not good whatsoever. Fury's better than Bolt. Bolt goes face. I think there's something else that's worse. Oops. Drop my Vaporeon. Ace up. Relic, relic, relic. Relic, 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 relic. No relic. 1, 2, 3. Could I beat the Stink with the Imp? Maybe I should have kept on Holy Heats. Probably. Literally fought Scour. True. No! Stink with Imp. Stink with Imp. Let's go again. Let's dodge the treasure this time. Yo, Canister, what the fuck happened? Bro, you're playing Dredge and you're asking. What am I supposed to do? If no combinations of cards in my deck can plausibly do anything. But you don't have Mr. Steamer? Well, I do occasionally. Any opponents in the league? Thank you very much for the sub. Seems like no one wants to play though. So how are you going to play a league if no one is want to queue? Nobody wants to queue against me. I think you tanked your MMR, so it's hard to find opponents of similar level. Respect the cat. MMR check. 1731. I mean, it's not that long. Let's skip. I don't think it actually does anything, yeah. It's actually just, it's not used for pairing. Not sure about second Murktide, but kind of have things to do for now. Got a removal, I have the charm, I have the cantrip, I have the Ragavan, so yeah, I can keep the second drag on. Can I play Mulligan? Or did Lash Ragavan steal my dragon? Mine dragon? You can dash at them. Doesn't sound too great though. Alright, I'll cast the Ragavan. They're tapped out, so. Cerveza. As a matter to kill monkey and consider to play dragon next turn. Well, what is the monkey that I'm supposed to kill? I also am not going to play lesser than a 7/7 dragon. So no. I cast creature. I cast removal spell. I cast creature myself. I remove your creature too. And so the loop, the cycle of life continues. I play spell. I counter set spell. I play spell too. I counter your spell. Yes, either. I should have done two, but I fished and Shockland. So I got too much into role playing. I mean, it's like also kinda not sure because of the Ragavan. I'm not sure if my opponent's playing the Snapcaster deck. Playing Snapcasters and it's a problem. So my charm will need to do some heavy lifting, but it seems like a K command action. We should have kept spell in hand. Because could have countered that. I don't know, I'm kinda not sure about the place. Except the one where I will kill the Ragavan. I think I'll be holding the charm. It's good to hold it into drown. Sad. Yeah. Well, the likelihood of drown is high, but I guess I can win if there is no drown. So I guess, I don't know, let's trade now. Probably should have traded earlier. Just drown the dragon, I guess. Yeah, that sucks. I feel outground as I also have the companion available, and if I don't top deck a expressive iteration that is not going to be countered immediately, then I will be in a problematic spot, rather. Thank you for the ride. How many trophies have I earned so far today? Well, we're working on it. Want Fury? I don't think I want Fury. I want Explosives when they have the Shadows. I want to Disputes. There's Drowns and... Speed might be okay. It's probably better than Spell Pierce. Counterspell is kind of awkward, but... Don't like Brazen Borrower for sure. I don't like this. Fury too terrible into Dreadstone. I mean, I'll be mainly looking into hardcasting it, but it's probably too expensive. And that... Relic versus Drown. It's very good potentially, but it's kinda, you know, double-edged sword, but I can also answer Croxa. Into 3 on monsters, or on bolts, or on both. Speed goes there, and it's kinda awkward versus... Discard spells. I actually should probably cut counter spells. Not all of them, but... Like, it might be that counter spell is actually not great, because... Yeah, let's do that. You can also do the moon, but I'm not sure. Super, I don't know how the people cyber this deck ever, because it's always... I am clueless personally. I think I'll skip the moons because I don't know. I probably just got to like remove cantrips to fit all the bullshit, which is what people do. Plus it's good, not a fun. Yeah, I got mooned by Blue-Red as Grixis. It's better than Dispute. I don't know, I would think that pay 2 versus pay 3 is a difference. I'll keep it so we jump ahead. Because the upside you get is countering the discards versus being able to counter everything. Escape Croxalurus, even. And actually being a pay 3 versus pay 2. Come on, Canister, you can do it, bro. You're the best. Thank you for your emotional support, Dursa4. That shit explodes is actually was reasonable at all, because it's like killing their shadow, but it's kinda all it does. Next turn I will deploy this powerful iteration and draw 2 cards. And I will counter my opponent's attempt at... What? Avec Economant, okay. I mean, I don't care about not having a land, actually, it's fine. Drawing 2 spells is good. And drawing the lands. Could have bobbled ourselves in considering case we have a land. Yeah, but I don't really want to, like, I don't know why you chat think that I would like to make a land drop so hard. It's okay. I will like naturally draw some lands over the course of the game, so that's gonna be good. Trying to kill it, EOT. It's okay. Polka, thank you very much for the sub. Still streaming Omega Lul. It's for your enjoyment, chat. The only reason why I'm streaming is for you to enjoy, to have a good time watching me play. Please no dash, because I could dash and play. It's like 2-2. Took the heat. Okay. You have Lurus K command. Cash GS, why did you put Consume in our hand? Isn't putting it into the grave the same as casting it minus the surveil, but without paying the same cost? Well, somehow, by asking that question, you also figured it out. That is actually it. I'm a weird jump. What the hell? I'm a weird jump. I am a weird jump. I'm a weird jump. Paying blue for surveillance and goods? Well, that depends. It's not like you pay blue for a surveil if you happen to have a spare mana available. Well, probably, yeah. Like in general, no, not really. Get your ass back here. Should I play and play on the relic? Not the relic, K command. Explosives is so bad. Time to board it out. Oh. Yeah, it would be impervious to discard now, and I'll get to surveil. Well, sure. Nice. Actually, I guess. Well, no, I don't want to play that. So it's crack EOT. They can drown. Nice. I'm playing around sensor. Around who? Damn, they got the dash. Will they hit my J? So it'll be kinda sad. Would mana drain be good in modern? Yes. Mana drain these nuts. That's an interesting game, and I say that only because I have won it. I'll cut the E's, especially in the draw, because they're super bad. Guess I have K commands. You were right about disputes. I'm sorry for shit talking you. I think we can have the faster some if they have K commands actually. Of the bolt and the DRC on the draw. Screw the moon. No, we're on the draw, like Gladwin on the draw. No, no Gucci. I'll just draw the second land. I promise. I promise to draw the second land. I will bring in Moon in any matchups. Titan. But I don't like Moon much. Because my opponents tend not to lose to it, and I tend to lose to it. Let's play this. Yeah. And I could have here on the play if I would have, but also I don't know. I like the charms. They kinda don't go too well with more. But has 3 cards in hand somehow. How much do they move again? 5 cards. That's base. Cuddle the cat. She doesn't want to cuddle. Child, I can feel the trophy in my bones. Yeah, they one landed on bad on 5. Why is she meowing? I don't know. Sometimes she just does. It's not for the lack of pets, it's for the lack of... I don't know. She just wants to get into a room and she meows, and she like wants to get out and she meows. Drown your own Ragavan. Poetic. No, they don't go underneath the shower anymore. In this place. Good point, Dorset. Sally from the Gremlin, thank you. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 spells. Chat. We're getting there. Ooh. Ooh. I can sniff the trophy. Just 4 more. Just 4 more matches. And you're going to get a magic online object. Yeah, there's a trophy right behind you, but it's not a magic online trophy, which is what I'm after tonight, Menguchi. I'm looking for those. Because they actually look kind of similar. No 1-drop versus Kahira the Orphan Guard. Kind of hate to keep no 1-drop versus Kahira the Orphan Guard. Am I supposed to keep this? Did MTGO copy Arena or vice versa? What do you mean? This? It says Magic the Gathering Online. So it is like Magic the Gathering Online original. Oh. Which monkey to play? I'll play the ugly one so that Dyson can play the other one. Trophy looks similar. Yes, I mean that is because it is the general Magic the Gathering logo. So it's like not surprising. Teferi! Alright, let's chat. Let's make a prediction for a Teferi. Will we get the game-winning Time Raveler turn 2 of Fragavan Nimble Pilferer? Is Arena essentially just MTGO because it is also Magic the Gathering Online? When you put it this way, then it is kind of eye-opening, yeah. We'll get a Time Wizard. Time Wizard! React on the minute. Didn't get the time wizard. I don't really hate on their monster, but I don't love it, and I think I can do better than that. Heat. Well, is that better? Well, depends. Let's go, monkey. Give me the ferry now. Wait. What is it? A solitude? No. Not a solitude. Yes. Can cast card, I cast card. Sure, I have another monkey. Yeah, I mean, what to do, right? I think I read deployed and dash with 2 lands. The counterspell like counterspell back. Whoops, not consider. They didn't have prismatic endings, so they had to top deck it, so they probably just will get hit again. Typhoon, sure. Free card types. They have hero, I guess you'll just rather force it. So you can spend heat. Thank you for the raid, Waffle. Hope you had a marvelous day of playing the Fairy Hero of Dominaria like every other day. Ever. Free mana, Time Wizard. Probably force Time Wizards. Yeah. Can counterspell back, they have counterspell, they don't, they can't. I mean, well, no shit. Yeah, the monkey is pressuring my opponents quite a bit. Ditching Supreme Verdict to exile the poor monkey that could. And play Cease. Okay, miarka się przebrała, widzę. Can play 6/6. Seems a good spot to resolve the drag on. See, they just play Solitude for 5. Typhoon. It's not even good. It's kinda might be. I mean, they have 1 card. They need a big card. This kind of spell kinda sucks now because it's encountered the shark part of the spell. Now just draw it, I guess. Draggy sees a 2-2 shark. I got no red mana. Aye, that's kinda bad. Okay, we've got red mana. I can draw a fetch land though. I cannot draw a fetch land. I steal my Chandler. Rough times. No, not stealing. I don't have another Steam Vents. React and is audio only. Right. Dog, you're banging. Funny, because I mean it is kind of funny, like, right? Because speciality. It's pretty cool. Cool stuff. File Dragavan, but you can't dash him. Just really sad. If I could have dashed Dragavan, it would be really good here. The Spreading Seas is doing a lot of work for my opponents. Five 0, yeah, 5-0 for sure. Yeah, and I can feel it in my bones. 4 mana, what's that? I'm already lose. Yeah, no big deal. Okay, I lose. Scanning keep dropping after a match loss. Countless times by now. Hardcast Typhoon chat. I won't board out all the heats, but it's blowing good in this matchup. I will board it in. Whether is it good with my 2 charms, I'm not super sure. You switch decks? That depends. The answer is between yes and yes. My chances to even play nowadays. Does it even hurt them much since they will probably be aware of it? Even if they're aware of it, it's pretty good, I think. Do we play the chalices nowadays? We do, right? It's just Wafotapa are playing like one chalice. Like a weird champ person, but... Free chalice. 2.4 and 84%, yeah. Chalice has to be prepared for. Murktide is not the greatest versus blue eyes. Yeah, sure. I have one explosives, I board out most 1-drops anyways. Channeler, you just board out creatures. How do you win then if you do board out creatures everywhere? So I'm not a fan of that. Jace, just always with Jace. I'm not sure. It is an approach that one could take. Is my hand any good? Not quite, I'll keep it though. It's pretty bad. If Chan was a consider, then it would be a bit better of a hand, yeah. Wouldn't have gotten prismatic ended. Do you think the blue-eye deck is better at winning with Jace? Not necessarily. Playtime wizard, playtime wizard. Damn. Well, that's a situation. It's not gonna be easier to deploy the Jason. I can't plausibly play Moon, so I guess. Let's see that word. What? You play Moon with one basic and kill yourself? I mean, they would like to counterspell it too, but... You know, there's always a chance they don't, and then we're in a great spot. Because, yeah, you know, imagine if your Moon results and it actually works, right? It's just, then you just die. Which just seems kind of rough. This one on top, which I don't want. Could use a iteration as a reshuffle, and you could play channeler iteration reshuffle. Kinda trying to hit a land then. I mean, reshuffle. Probably gonna grab the Moon to my hand still. Or maybe I should just use the Jace first. I still see 2 new cards. Yeah, let's use Jace. Let's try to find counterspell. They're down 2 innings at this point. Is it brainstorm to hit a counter and start up taking on them? It doesn't matter what I do once the Jace lives. Literally 0 difference. I see the Moon though, which Weird champ, right? I mean, at that point, it looked like they were trying to just counterspell the next impactful card, and I don't know how much it might hurt us. Yes, but if they don't have a counterspell, I play the moon, I just die. Because they have 4 counterspells in their deck, yes, so they have like 50% chance of having a counterspell in their hand, a little bit more probably, right? Yeah, so they're a bit over 50% to have the counterspell, but that's close to a coin flip. They might have not drawn it. They would have prismatic ending the channel, and you know, if they didn't have the counterspell too, probably. Yeah, also Vectors. I guess so they have more counterspell, but if they don't have the counterspell, then I would like to get paid off for that, for the fact they didn't have anything. So you know, I wouldn't want to play the moon here because it just doesn't have any payoff. I won't just trade. Another monkey, but I guess infiltrate. Celestial Perch. Sure. Not sure. Maybe. Well, we're gonna shuffle end of turn anyways. Because there was another card on top of my deck, the Steam Vents, that I don't want now. Chosen one. I draw. Oh, we get counter spell. You can use a hyper geometric calculator to determine how likely some outcomes dot have at least one of your 4 in your opening hand is like 45% plus some drawing cards. Damn, that is eye-opening. I actually knew that. Just why I said it's 45% that they had it. I guess I knew the cards. He is looking at them surprised. Yeah, reads mine. What did you say? You always read out loud every message, only many of them. Well, I guess, I mean, yeah, well, I have one explosive in my deck. Well, I probably ought to need to counterspell this. It's very dumb instead anyways. Where is my counterspell? Counterspell. 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 I think I won this game. No, but you know, I have to plus my chase. Oh, Moon kind of gets them. Well, does it? I would kindly like to ask you to pay extra free. Where will you place your soon-to-be trophy? It's going to be a digital trophy on Magic Online. If I get it, which I might not. Alright, let's rethink my strategies. They've seen the moon, but they probably weren't born yesterday and they knew that it's gonna come. Seen 2 chalices, I'm going to have the explosives. And let's try out the mango strat. So I guess we need delirium less, so just have this. Anything else? Fluster. Fluster is kinda sucks. So I don't want it. 2 hits seem kinda proper. Maybe I want like the third one or division, but probably not. Like it's a reactive card for 1 mana, so it's really bad versus Chalice and it's kinda bad overall. Guess I'll keep. What's the thought behind cutting Darcy's? Andrea asked about it, so I said yeah, sure. But they were kinda bad in my deck last game because I did cut the considers, so they were much worse at triggering and doing stuff and actually being useful. Yeah, also not letting them, just not running into prismatic ending as easily. Is it true you're not stopping stream till trophy or clickbait? It's clickbait. If I lose now, I will finish the stream. Ooh, 8 cards. That was my plan initially, but then I've lost many times. Maybe they won't draw a land again, so I guess you can chill. Nice. Card advantage, chat. And all my soft counters remain. No! How lucky can you be, opponent? It's insane. Yes, the same fate can fall upon me now. Well, and bottom Xyla. Kinda like, would kinda like the moon, but I can't take it in a way that makes sense, so. Pierogi, 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 pierogi. I'm gonna prismatically ending my Ragaban. I don't know, bros. It seems kind of worthwhile now. I have like counterspell to protect anyways. You can dish the dragon. Honestly. Even had Pierog in the ass, well then just, I don't know, buy them. Order them somewhere, it's... You can do it. I guess maybe not outside of Poland. That easily. As I can. Und hier. Pan Ragavan, please. Goodbye. I want to eat pierogi, but the pierogi... I want to eat pierogi, but the police won't let me. Polish pierogi police. Did you think about not countering and casting moon? I don't have moon. Which... There's a problem with that strategy. Really? Well, I guess if I was running a counterspell, then I understand their choice, but... yeah, well, was not that good to draw, but this was pretty good. 2-0! Saga plan worked, thanks. Yeah, it was actually perfect. No, well, I guess I didn't draw any consider. No, I did draw a consider. It worked perfectly. My opponent wasn't able to play out their prismatic ending, they had to discard and clean up. Alright, let's go. Trophy E S P E Ink A K W A J R D D D. Oh, what a hand! I'll mulligan against a... Oh. I'll mulligan to 5. I'll keep. Five or right. I want to upkeep. I mean, kinda. I drew one drop, it was worth it. Wasted this guy. Draw your card and face your fate, canny boy. Well, they're gonna play a Duffy Voidwalker, something like that. No. This into a discard spell. Pain. Bonus 3, 2 more cards in hand and a Ragavan. Excuse me, Lurus. If we draw a land and steal, we can actually be in a fine spot. What cards would we have scryed away here? Seems like only other charm Muktai dried. Keep the lands. What's the saga? Wow. Well, I'll just scry away land, I think. Maybe that would be wrong, but because I have the charm, but yeah, probably was better to just draw. You're right. Tarmogoyf. Oh no, Monkey Dashin. I understand now why you're in trophy hunting, Pepela. Well, as you see, I actually am. Right now, at the very moment. And you see how effective that is. I killed the Aragon Rageous Channeler. No? Okay. Nice dash. Dragon, Dragon. Okay, I think we can win actually. Was really hoping for a Dark Mage Charm the Monkey, but then it would be bounce to point sand. It would be dashed back to hand. Tarmogoyf now I can get Shadow Spear and it's gonna be a problem. Oh no, they built the Shadow Spear. Chad, we just win. For sure we just win. Unless they rip the skin. Damn, that's a good draw too. Nice heat. I mean, I kept the ball to be able to go face and it's gonna be relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. I will be able to pyrite the Dragon's Rageous Channeler. I guess I can make a... Wait, can we save the... Can we keep Delirium? Yes. They often don't have removal for Murktide main deck. I mean, Heat can kill the dragon now. Eventually beating the Dredge player that wrecked you before. How? They nihil you next turn, so it doesn't matter, just play it. What? No, I am playing the dragon, just was keeping Delirium, so they have to nihil me. Let's make my point think I will be blocking. But in fact, I will not. Debated, Lamar. I guess if they have a bolt and they draw their bolt of denial, then they still don't have enough. TBR plus Infuriate. That'll be infuriating, I agree. Because a Terminate would kill me. No! How? Opponent, come on! We consider on top, right? Instance, useless. Creature. Useless. Shouldn't have cast Lightning Bolt first? Not necessarily, no. I need to flip a sorcery or artifact. So I guess do I have anything scribed at the bottom? I don't, right? Prediction. Can I become 3-0? No, we can't. We have a prediction up. I played some Serum Visions. How do I describe the Serum Visions? I have one on the bottom. It's the same. Seems like. Are we guaranteed to die? We're not, no. But can win. Six, 7. Well. I mean, I could kill this and try to them not to top deck, but it's kind of not great. Now we are on the draw bold plan. Number last. If I kill the console, I could have taken the Tarmogoyf to my hand, but like I wouldn't kill my opponent. I was still need to draw a bold, right? Or Ragavan. Or Ragavan, yeah. Another question arises. Do they have a removal spell? Let me ask you this question, opponent. Now you're holding a Ragavan. And I see that MTGO is lagging. The familiar canister wins, MTGO lag is happening. They drew a fetch, did I see it from a bubble? because if I did, I forgot. What do you count? Counterspell? I think I kinda like Fury. Borrower seems kinda rough. Can bounce a construct, but it's kinda bad otherwise. Force, Spell Pierce, don't like. Counterspell. You have discard and cheap mon drops. No, you didn't, but it was the only drop possible for you not to lose. Blackleaf Cliffs was also possible. But yeah, mostly lands. Why do Morktide decks run Relic? I guess you can, well, I mean, if your opponent's graveyard is valuable to them, you can hinder it. Peace does have some worth on the play because it can counter a discard or end. I think playing Spell Pierce with the intention of countering discard spells is the opposite of good strategy. It's the opposite of a good strategy, it's actually bad strategy. You play Ren. I think I want Jace, although Jace kinda dies versus them, but it's probably good. Yeah, imagine if you top deck it against Thoughtseize later on, then it's super bad. I cut random cards and I'll go. Yeah, but can't you play a card that doesn't screw your graveyard? There's no value graveyard hate card in blue-red. Nice hand. Like, Soulgate Lantern has 0 value in grindy matchups, while Relic is actually has a very high ceiling in grindy matchups, so that's the main difference between those. I prevent them from scrying with Ren. I play Tarmogoyf. Oh, Monkey Dashin. No, come on! I needed this Bob. I guess it's gonna end up in my graveyard, so it's not that bad, but it's kinda bad. What about the new Lantern? The new Lantern is exiles your graveyard too. So the new Lantern is the same as Relic, except that it doesn't have the tap ability, but it's the same, tap to exile graveyard. Relic can function as a Timur Battle Rage of sorts with the dragon in place, yeah. I mean, that's never really comes out, that hasn't come up to me yet, I don't think so, but... Weird champ situation. So play 2 channelers. Kind of feels like I would like to play 2 channelers. Guess then I can have 2 creatures in play, big presence, have 2 monsters. They didn't have Ren, so had they had Ren, they could have played it. So they don't. If they do, then can maybe kill the Ren. Because you're gonna have 4 types. Since they cracked the bubble, well, we didn't know if they're gonna crack the bubble, but... I dash monkey. Exclaims my opponent excitedly. I block. I hit, sure. Might have another monkey. I steal the guy, but either upkeep or combat. I don't know. Probably upkeep. So I'll be doing that anyways. Even if they dash a monkey, I'll be doing that. They have monkey plus removal. Just let them draw something that they would get a surveil off. Combat? Why would you do it combat? What makes you want to combat it? Combat steal. Why play DRC when a opponent gives you theirs? That is a valid point. Oh, fetch top lands. That's a power move. To avoid monkey plus removal. Well, the removal is instant anyways, it doesn't avoid it, right? Oops. What to do now? 1, 2, 2 spells, so would I play Murktide? Not quite. Would I play Heat on the Tarmogoyf? Yeah. Can cast iteration. If I hit a land, I'll just play the land and put the explosives on 2 because I would like to have more mana on the next turn anyways. And find Heat, that's gonna be good. I think it's probably worth risking this overall. And what Xyla. There's no sorcery, now Tarmos is 7. Oops. Well, that's a problem, but play another Goyf. Okay. Let's scroll it to 8. Seems like. Well, I need to kill a guy, so I wonder if you have time to. Well, how can I win? Sagas in the graveyard, so it's already big. True. Well, I can't. No, I can't play the Blood Moon. That's too good in my graveyard. Fury. Oh, Fury is interesting. Murktide is interesting. Can I make the Goyf smaller than the Murktide so I can block? Can I maybe Fury the Karma Goyf? Something. One, 2, 3, 4, 7, 7. How much can I shrink it? A 5 card type, so it's gonna be 5, 6 at least, so I can shrink sorcery away, so it's gonna be a little one smaller, I guess. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This seems solid. They don't have the removal for this, which is a plan. Rather not just lose to terminate. Well, I don't think I have much of a choice. You know, eat the Goyf, not lose to terminate, but my opponent plays a known Lurus next turn and replaces Tarmogoyf, and I'm like, damn, bro. I didn't expect you to do that. Yeah, but it's like, well, Lurus is my companion. It was actually revealed at the beginning of the game. I put it into my hand on the previous turn. And then you say, damn, missed that, sorry. Cancer came from the future to warn you. Don't play the Murktide opponents, don't play that. Damn. I should play Iteration first. That would make the Goyf bigger, but the thing bigger, but Don't think I have anything over the Murktide to play in the deck, right? So prefer not to, I think. But it is tempting, I guess, in a way. I agree. Yeah, also the iteration for Fury is potentially useful. So they ran into... No, Monkey Dashin, okay. Okay, blocking. You have a bolt, bro. Don't have a bolt, please. What? You've seen this shot? They did have the ball, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Alright. Oh my. Well, not in a great spot either, but... Get more Ragavans, so countering Ragavan not a valid option. Can greedily cast iteration? Which kind of feels like something I kind of need to do to win properly. Right. Maybe I can Fury this, but it's so much, but I kind of need greed. I'm already a dead man walking. Should have cast iteration last turn. But well, I had need to play the Murktide, so I was supposed to grab the land. You can hit something super great with this. Iteration plus Murktide. Yes, but what I need to hit something of the iteration should be wasted. Grab a land. I mean, I guess grab a land was good with Fury. Fair. Not 2 life. Yeah, the E on 2 I guess didn't work out well. I guess you're right. Because it was bad because the guy would probably attack. Also, if I keep this, I'm dead on board. What about this? I'm curious. I just want to see it faster. Okay, got me up on it. I'll have the channelers on the play because then I will be able to deploy them on the play. Maybe I don't that maybe I don't do E. Pretty cumbersome TBH. Not sure. Not sure about anything ever. Lisa points span didn't matter if this outcomes. Smiley face. I agree. Check to play first. Okay, yes, I would. No. Guess I'll keep this. Right hand. I didn't have red mana up. We bought it better early, but kind of better adopted later. This kills the cage on turn 1 anyways. I didn't miss anything retracted. It's how it was. Should I even do Scry on turn 1? Against the discard spell deck? Probably shouldn't. Kinda loose play. But I would not be able to Scry potentially. I'd say first and fire outlets both ways made me lose down to 2. So I don't know, it was at 2 anyways. We pulled the delta 2. Interesting. I play this and my opponent will never play 2 drop. I sense the lightning bolt and hold it in my opponent's hand. Interesting. I sense 1 land. Two for 8. I'll play the Tarmogoyf now. I mean, it's fine actually if they play Tarmogoyf. Should I cycle the rest down? Probably not. I mean, maybe. Okay. Okay, you got me to cycle. Oh, well, I played the fucking monkey. It's not any good, actually. It sucks. It will work. I have 2 dragons. They're gonna make 1 treasure, but afterwards I make a 5/5, right? They have 1, 2, I only have 4 types in their graveyard. How are they supposed to deal with my dragon? Well, with this. Red green Tarmogoyf. Ah, opponent, stop. Definitely exiling the dress down. So I guess I want to make the first one smaller, a 4/4. For one may facing the DD and taking 2, so they maybe don't want to play second monkey if they have it. I haven't thought about that, but it was, I guess, an option. Yeah, exile instant, make the Goyf even smaller. Well, yeah, a 4/4 is good. The next one is gonna be bigger. And a weird champ. Well, well, well. Can I draw a bolt for this monkey? To make it all much simpler. Serum versions. Cast it, friend. Smelly trophy. Well, maybe you do, but Removal. Chat, where's my removal? Stop! Zakaz gojfowania. Relic of Progenitus. Sure. 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 Tarmogoyf. Combo. Relic. Goyf combo. Well. Will they crack right now? They just gently touch me with the relic. I'm sending a bolt your way, don't worry. Okay, well. Something's wrong with the bolt. Something is up with the bolt you sent me. But mono spells too, we know. One of them is a relic. Seth Manfield MTG, thanks for the raid. I hope you had many adventures on your stream playing card games and performing game actions. Maybe I'll crack relic. Anytime. Music stopped. The exact time my life points dropped to 0, the song stopped and stopped playing, and that signifies the how heavy was the loss. Have you just taken? So yeah, if you actually pay close attention to the title of the stream, if you pay attention to the title of the stream, you might notice that it actually says something about how long I will be streaming for. So yeah, streaming until I don't get a trophy. Well, it seems like we didn't. And it's 10 p.m. So thank you for watching. I'll be back on Thursday. I truly and sincerely hope that on Thursday we can continue not getting any trophies whatsoever, not a single one. And also hope that you're going to stay hydrated.